Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to talk about a game-changing principle in architecture and one where we can see some major advantages coming to life. This is the third principle in the MuleSoft Catalyst methodology, and the third principle is reuse. So if you're tired of reinventing the wheel and you want to build scalable, efficient systems, then this approach is for you. If you stay with me to the end, I'll tell you when you should apply this principle. So what does it mean to architect for reuse? A good question. Let's talk about the benefits of reuse, and I'll give you some examples which will hopefully tell the story and bring the principle to life. Now, architecting with Catalyst encourages building reusable components through published APIs as well as shared libraries and frameworks. And you could ask me, again, a good question, why is that important? Well, let me just list some of the advantages and then we'll come to them later in the video. So, 1, we save time and effort. 2, we reduce redundancy and inconsistencies. 3, we ensure standardization across projects. And 4, we enable scalability and faster development. I like to think of it like Lego bricks. Instead of building everything from scratch, you reuse your existing bricks to create new models. And the same applies to software architecture. So I'm going to explore 2 levels of reuse. The first one being the API-led reuse with distributed components, and the second being tools and framework reuse. Now, talking about API-led reuse, the concept of reuse should start at the design stage where you think about how, where, and when an API can be reused. You may question if an API can be reused, and if the answer is no, then you may decide not to proceed with its design and development. In this case, you should say no. An API, when designed correctly, exposes functionality that can be reused across multiple projects and teams. As an example of this, think about a payment API. Imagine your company builds multiple applications such as an e-commerce website, a mobile banking app, and a subscription service. Instead of coding payment functionality from scratch in each project, a single reusable payment API handles transactions across all applications. This API can then be updated independently, improving efficiency without breaking multiple systems. And the key takeaway here, well, reusable APIs prevent duplication and make integration seamless. Now let's talk about tools and framework reuse. Reusable tools and frameworks help standardize and streamline development within an organization. For an example, again, a story. A logging library. Every application needs error logging and monitoring. Instead of implementing logging separately for each app, developers use shared logging. If an update or a security fix is needed, it's applied once in the library instead of in multiple places. And the key takeaway here is that shared libraries promote consistency and save time. Now let's look at short-term and long-term benefits of reuse. Well, in the short term, project goals align with long-term efficiency when reuse is prioritized. Again, let's give you an example of this. Consider a travel booking platform. In the short term, the company needs a user authentication system for a new mobile app. In the long term, instead of coding it separately, they create a reusable authentication API that can then be leveraged by future apps admin dashboards and partner integrations as time goes on. And hopefully you can see from that the benefits are obvious, but they also include faster new product launches, easier maintenance and updates, lower development costs. So investing in reusable components today pays off massively in the future. So I hope by now that you can see the benefits of building for reuse as promoted by the Catalyst methodology. But what best practices do you need to follow? Well, I've had a lot of experience in this area over my career, and in my view, these should definitely include modular design, keep components independent so they can be reused easily. Most critically, design for reuse. Have well-defined API contracts using OpenAPI, Async API, or RAML as appropriate to document how APIs should behave. Standardized frameworks, tools, and code libraries will promote consistency across teams. Use versioning and backwards compatibility to ensure that updates don't break existing implementations. Use a repository for shared components, something like GitHub or Bitbucket, whatever you decide, to manage your reusable assets. And finally, as I said at the beginning of this video, the sooner you can adopt reusability and reuse thinking at the design stage, the more structured your reuse strategy will become and the more scalable your architecture will become. Your customers, your budget holders, and your business will love you for this. So that's the end of the video, but let's finally do a quick recap of the main points. Architecting for reuse means designing components that can be repurposed across multiple projects. APIs, libraries, and frameworks all play a role in achieving efficiency. Short-term project goals and long-term business value are aligned when reuse is prioritized. So if you found this video helpful and useful, then please give it a like, subscribe, smash that button down in the corner to get notified when I release the next video. It is much appreciated. And if you would like, comment below. What's your biggest challenge with reusable architecture? Let's start a discussion. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.